Big Hair Wednesdays.
I wonder if they are on the Peacemaker soundtrack yet.
I finally started watching Peacemaker.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
I'm on Shazam half the time I'm watching Peacemaker.
I'll send you... There's because that's kind of how it is. Like, there's a lot of music on there. I'm like, what is this? This is good. I sent you one over the weekend from a later
Bandmate,
episode.
yeah.
I never heard of them.
The Japanese bands are wild.
Like power pop band.
Yeah.
But they're pretty fun. But there's a playlist where each week they add all the new songs from the episodes. And it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Your Cavaliers play tonight here at home. They beat the Thunder the other night on Saturday night. They'll play the Knicks tonight. That's Patrick Ewing and the New York Knicks. 7 o'clock tip-off here on MMS. 6:30 is when the pregame will begin, shortly after we get out of here. And then Wednesday night, they'll play the Bucks here at home, too. That's our staff Cavs game.
That's going to be fun.
That will be fun, right?
Oh,
I mean, I'm Captain Fun, and I'm going. So.
Yeah, but it'll be like actual fun. Not like Captain Fun. Captain Fun is sarcasm. Sarcasm? What's
sarcasm?
Sarcasm.
There is a huge sarcasm between what you say, Bill, and what you mean. Yeah. All right?
Oh, is there?
Is there?
Is there, Alan?
Oh, really?
Sarcastic.
Are you drunk again?
No.
No, she's not. Well, So, Cavs game tonight. Mary's out in Los Angeles. Speaking of L.A., a weirder weekend of football you'd be hard-pressed to find if you dipped into any of the games that were happening this weekend. It was bananas.
That's all I did pretty much was just watch football.
You couldn't go wrong.
It was a lot of fun. Watching it by myself, hearing my neighbor upstairs who had the same... They were also watching. They were just a minute before me or probably 10 seconds. So I'd hear them yell and I'd be like, ah!
Right.
Hear them react.
Yeah.
We're on different streams.
So we have a from here on out, there's no Packers. There's no Tom Brady. There's no Bill Belichick. Boy, people got big mad over my Tom Brady tweet. They did not.
The kiss his son
They
on
did
the
not
cheek?
care for that at all.
That was hilarious.
I just fired off something dumb, and boy, people got bent out of shape.
Funny.
Like, what are you mad at me for? I didn't make it up. I still kiss my dad on the lips. Well, my tweet was Tom Brady is so bummed about this, he'll probably only kiss his son on the cheek tonight. Yeah. And people were like, I'm like, okay, dude. But anyway, so from here on out, you had the Bengals win. You had the Rams win. Boy, Matt Stafford couldn't get anything going when he was with the Lions, but then they traded quarterbacks, and now he's killing it. And the 49ers win. See, I listen to these games on Spanish and Russian radio just because I just like it. But boy, when I listen to those, they really, that's how I really enjoy these games.
Неплохо. Ой-ой-ой, заблокированный пант. Подобрали его из спецкоманды Сан-Франциско заносит.
Of course, blocked kick, right there.
I could pretty much understand every single word they said.
Sure.
You knew what he was saying.
Yeah, I knew what was going on. Maybe it's because I watched the game.
Probably.
Yeah.
Para Armstead y después están bloqueando la patada de despeje del ministro. Allá está, agarrarla y van a ir para adentro. Touchdown!
That's fun. He doesn't like to pronounce his N's either.
He doesn't. I was waiting
It's
for
always,
that.
I know,
Touchdown!
I was listening. It's always touchdows, and I like the touchdows.
Nick Chubb! Hasta la vista, baby! Nick Chubb! Touchdown!
He's so excited that he's like, you know what? By the time I get to the end of that word, the N doesn't deserve to be there. The Rams-Bucks game was bananas, because if you checked in early, you were like, oh, it was funny. Twitter is the best place to be during football or sports.
It's so fun.
Because you have
sports.
people who are just, boy, they fancy themselves these unequivocal prognosticators of this is what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Those are tweets that did not age well within 2 minutes of posting. They're like, Tom Brady's going to do his thing. It's like, yeah, he didn't do that, though.
But he didn't.
Well, he did.
He did get them back
Just
into
didn't get
the
all
game.
the way
He
there.
just didn't get all the way there. But it was,
he did do his Tom Brady thing.
It was looking like a blowout, and then they tied it up, and then Matthew Stafford's like, I want to keep playing.
Yeah,
So
Rams $30.27.
that was a
Here
crazy
we go.
game.
And they keep it alive. Brady's going to hand it off. It's Fournette. He's going to take it to the end zone. 9 yards. This is officially lunacy.
This is officially lunacy.
Because that was on 4th and 1, I believe.
Yeah.
Or 4th and less than 1. And it ended up being a touchdown. It was just a crazy game. And then people were saying, like, game of the year. And then the next game, Bills and Chiefs, was even better. So it wasn't even the game of the day.
Yeah, a lot of amazing games. Chiefs. Now, nobody thought the Bills were. There were a lot of upsets. Mm-hmm. 49ers beat the Packers at Lambeau. I think the whole Lambeau feel, the mystique of that, I think, is largely gone. But the Chiefs. Nobody thought the Bills were going to beat the Chiefs, and they didn't. But it was close.
One of those things. Well, they had the lead with 13 seconds left. So you're like, okay, I think they got this wrapped up. Before you know it, it's tied, and they go to overtime, and they never even get the ball again because Patrick Mahomes scores. They get a touchdown, and it's overtime rules is you score a touchdown, it's over.
And Bills Mafia have a feeling there's going to be a lot of contract kills.
Yeah.
Among Bills Mafia once they get out there.
Mahomes looks to throw it. Pump faking right side. He wants it. A comeback cut. It is caught by Kelsey. Touchdown! Kansas City. One of the greatest duos in the history of the National Football League.
Isn't Travis Kelce from Westlake or something?
Cleveland Heights.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good looking dude, right?
And he says that when they do their introductions, a lot of people will mention their colleges. He goes, Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, right.
Appreciate that, dude.
The Bengals this year are what everybody thought the Cleveland Browns were going to be. OBJ goes and murders it in L.A. after the Browns gone, yeah, you know what? Just doesn't vibe with us. He seems to be doing fine out there.
Yes, he does.
It's same thing with Mary Santora. It's that L.A. vibe, boy. You get out there and you go, there's nothing I can't do.
It's just, it's just so inspiring.
Right?
When you're out here, it's just a different feeling.
When you're standing up there at the Getty and you're looking out over the highway and you're like, boy, if anybody were to come and push me, I would fall to my death. But in the seconds prior,
you feel so alive.
Alive. Like you've never been before.
The thing, though, he's probably so much happier out here. Just LA fits him and his flashy and all showboaty ways so much more than Cleveland.
Well, listen, those guys, but those kinds of guys are killing time in a place like Cleveland. They're like, look, I want to go to New York, I want to go to LA, I want to go whatever. And then, but the reason that the Browns organization gets roasted is because they made it seem like he was just past his prime, couldn't do anything.
Right.
And they sent him out there. 49ers upset the Packers. Everybody was making the same joke about Aaron Rodgers, that he had a natural immunity to winning or whatever they were, right?
He's immunized against moving to the next round.
He didn't get immunized against the 49ers. Yeah.
49ers are on this wild win streak right now, too, because they beat the Rams twice, who they're playing next week. And then they beat the Rams the last game of the season to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then they won against Dallas. And they're not like these big flashy wins. These are they
ground them out.
Grind out wins. And they got lucky with that blocked punt to get that touchdown. That was the Russian call to get that touchdown. And that was a 13-10 game. And Robbie Gould, you know him well from his days with the Bears.
Dude, he's
ice cold.
He is still a murderer. Mm-hmm. When he was with the Bears, he got there, I think, a year before I went back, and he's with them for a decade. The big number 9, boy, he was the highest paid kicker in the whole league. They were paying him like $20 million because he's a murderer. He's 20 for 20 in in the playoffs. He doesn't miss.
That's what you want. You need a good kicker. Browns been hurt by that.
The 49ers used to have, what's his name?
Phil Dawson.
Phil Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
49ers have never led in this game, and this will be a 45-yard try by Robbie Gould to send the 49ers to the NFC Championship game. Down the middle, and good! 49ers win it!
Ice in that young man's veins.
And that's one of those things where people talk about home field advantage in a place like Lambeau Field where you're playing in cold weather. And I'm so sick of that argument because these players don't want to play in that. It's not like the 60s and 70s where things were a little bit more regional. And so guys stayed closer to the team that they grew up cheering for. That seemed to be more of the way things were back then. But now these are guys that are used to playing in warm weather. They don't go to college someplace warm, or even if they are playing, even if you're a great player, playing in the snow is not an advantage for anybody, because at any moment the ball can slip out of your hands. You can't see as well. It's not this advantage. So
Mary loves these games because it's a lot of people falling down.
Yeah, why try and play in a place where you're not actually, like, you have a great quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, but then he's stifled because he can't throw the ball because it's snowing and cold.
Yeah.
When you talk about people falling down, I found a new love. Like in Ohio, it's people slipping on the ice. In San Diego, I was watching surfers, like specifically new surfers, just eat it hard. And I was like, dude, that sucks. And they're getting pummeled by the waves over and over. Their boards popping up out of the water. And I'm sitting there eating my little breakfast.
You know, they're trying to learn a new skill, Mary, and you're sitting there just enjoying their failure.
I got my little iced mocha and a breakfast ham sandwich, and I'm like, look at you trying to better yourself.
Wow. I got $1,000 here. It's a chance for you to go fund yourself. Listen closely and good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword deposit at WMMS.com. That's deposit. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
And then finally, the Bengals beat the Titans with a last-second field goal. Bengals are killing it.
The snap, the put down, the swing of the right leg.
Yeah, baby.
It's on its way.
Yeah, baby.
It is good. Coffin nails.
Bam, bam, bam. That is...
Bam, bam. It was Dan Horde and Dave Lapham over there on Bengals radio doing that call. 19-16 was the final there. Again, this is one of these postseasons where I don't really... Sometimes I'll look for a team to root for, and so I landed on, well, I'll root... When I was a kid, for whatever reason, I liked the Rams. I was a Bears fan, obviously. So this time around, I go, well, Robbie Gould's on the 49ers. I'll root for the 49ers. But when I was a kid, for whatever reason... I liked the Rams. I would follow the Rams. So I'm torn. The Bengals, I don't have any connection to.
I just have a lot of friends from Cincinnati, so I want them to go as far as they can and then fail in the Super Bowl. It's because
so they really feel
funny.
what it feels like.
Yeah. Yes, because they're like my one buddy. I text him last week when they had like a pretty good lead against the Raiders, and I'm like, there's no way the Bengals can blow this now. And he's like, dude, don't send that text. And he's like, you know that they can. And I'm like, yeah. And they almost did. But they won that one. And then Saturday's game was so tight that I was like, I'll just wait till the game's over and text him. And he was losing his mind. And so if the Bengals make it to the Super Bowl and lose, I will be very excited to see how upset a few of my friends are.
But what if they win? What if the Bengals
if they win
the Super Bowl? That would be pretty wild. I'd say good for them.
Then I'm happy for my friend that he gets to be happy, but also, I mean, who doesn't like to see their friends that are that invested just get kicked in the nuts a little bit?
I like to see my friends. I don't have many friends, Bill, so I like to see them be happy.
I don't know, like
they enjoy.
I texted my friends from Buffalo yesterday. I'm like, hey, looks like you guys are going to the AFC Championship game. He's like, come on, man, you know better.
And look what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So anyways, a wild weekend.
It was a great weekend.
Wild weekend. But as a Bears fan, happy that the Packers are out. So that's where I find my joy in that 49ers upset. Bengals, I'm happy they're down the road, right? I'm happy they're in.
And they're a fun team to watch,
glad the Rams are in. Yeah, the Chiefs, Bills. I don't have a dog in that fight. Who cares?
I was
Travis Kelce's from Cleveland Heights, you said. There you go. Chiefs.
I was pulling for the Bills, but I mean, the Chiefs are just such an entertaining team to watch that I'm going to watch their game no matter what and just enjoy the show that's on. And it's also nice, as much as I want the Browns to be there, there's no pressure to watch any of these games. Like, there wasn't one ending that I was like, well, I'm really bummed about this. I'm like, no, that was a great game to watch, and it's just entertainment, and that's nice.
That's all.
No emotions to it to me, just excitement.
That's all it's supposed to be.
Right.
is entertainment. So, happy those teams are in. Why not?
It was a good weekend for football.
Good weekend.
The best weekend.
The best ever weekend for football. Yeah.
That was me and Dan Rather. We tweeted at the same time. People kept
You and Dan
screenshotting.
Rather?
Yeah, we said, this is the best weekend of football ever. And Dan Rather said pretty much the same thing, and it was showing up in people's timelines at the same time. They're like, oh.
And he is a very well-respected newsman.
And
You're in his league now.
I do stuff. I do some stuff.
Right. Who says you're not our resident sports authority? Who says you take a backseat to anyone here at WMMS?
Our boss.
Oh, right, him.
Yeah, I'm no breath of fresh air.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe now, you and Dan Rather.
Yeah.
But is somebody going to cast aspersions on his...
Yeah.
There you go. Rather and Squire.
Yeah. Rather and Squire.
Mm-hmm. Brought to you by Squire Schnapps. Mm-hmm. Do you enjoy the taste of alcoholic gravy? No.
Ew.
I got to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192. To do that, you can watch at alancoxshow.com and listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on